Good afternoon, everybody. We're live for another episode of Clams and Claws, and it's Sunday, yes, and I am off of work, so I'm joining these guys today. So I'm going to pass it right off to my good friend Carson, and he's going to get our intros out of the way.
Yeah, thanks, Kenny, for joining us. Another episode of Clams and Claws. Joey and I gave you guys the Saturday NFL slate. We'll talk about the games really briefly. But yeah, the Ravens had no problem taking care of business with the 9.5 against the Texans. Joey and I were on that. And then Joey and I were sweating at the end there because the over-under was 43, and I think it was 41 points. It was 31-10. And then Justin Tucker comes on. I'm like, all right, Tucker hits this. It hits the over. And then sure enough, he hit the field goal. So the over hit as well. Then the 49ers-Packers game yesterday was crazy. Packers controlled the game back and forth all the way. And then unfortunately, the Niners ended up winning that game. Joey, any thoughts on the games yesterday? Kenny, any thoughts?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
Everybody, yeah. When Tucker hit that field goal, it was all over for the unders. That's saying I got told that when I had the under one time in the bar. Somebody's like, it's all over for the unders. Yeah, and listen, you know what? You got Lamar, the MVP. They had him handcuffed in the first half. They did a great job putting pressure on him. They adjusted in the second half, and they says, Lamar, go win me the game, and he did. He won the Great job by the Baltimore defense for not giving up any big plays to the Houston Texans, and just that one mishap with the punt return. Else they really shut them down, and it was a big win for Baltimore. They're sitting home now waiting for the AFC Championship game. It's going to be running through Baltimore, so it was a big win for them, and great job adjusting to the changes they made at halftime, and they took over that game. And then the second game, well, you could go a couple of ways with this. Was it a little rusty because the 49ers, they looked rusty. Their offensive line didn't look good. He couldn't get into a throwing lane. The Packers did a great job putting pressure on Purdy right up the middle where he couldn't step up in the pocket. He missed a lot of throws. He's playing around with the glove. Ayuk made some great plays on some bad throws. Kittle's dropped one, but he did go over, right? Carson, he went over his total right on the prop.
Yes, I believe he did. Yep.
And you know what? And a great job. Let me tell you something. Shanahan, he's lucky to get through this game because he did a bad job in the first half. At the end of the second quarter, I don't know what he was doing. Here comes the special teams, 2 rookie kickers in this game, and it showed up.
Yeah.
Blocked punt. Blocked extra point. And great job by the Packers offensive line. You couldn't touch Love. You couldn't touch him. There was a part of the game where you see Love running around, moving around the pocket side to side. Looked like the mini Rodgers until he made that bad throw across his body like that. Why would you do that? That was terrible. There's again, one guy I only seen do that, and that guy's name was John Elway, can make a throw like that. That was a terrible decision. And, the Packers had that game won. 40 were there for the taking. Maybe they were rusty, but the 49ers look like, is it a wake-up call? You could say that, or, you know what? They're just, to me, they got a good defense, not a great defense. And, 49ers, they wind up winning the game. Brock Purdy made that big throw down the middle, made a tight throw, and then he made the big run to get down there. And they were able to win the game, and they move on, and they're waiting for the winner today of the Buccaneers and Detroit Lions.
Kenny, any thoughts on the games yesterday for football?
Yeah, I'll give you I'll make mine quick, but it was 20 degrees here.
Had a monster day. Kenny had a monster day. Congratulations, Kenny. You had a big day yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give you a plug in a second, Joe.
Nice.
But I was outside in the backyard, even though it was single digits, because I needed to come through the back door with the over under. We all hit that, so that was nice. But real quick, I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. You can go and watch these shows on TV. You can go on these sites that are going to charge you money to make bets. we do this for free for you guys, and I truly believe in my heart we got the best, and the best is on the bottom of that screen right there, Joey Clams. He doesn't only give picks to the audience, he gives picks to the panel. And I gave one, he gave me one yesterday in the Packer game, first quarter. He said to everybody, take the Packers in the first quarter. They like to receive the ball, and they're going to jump on the 49ers early. Well, long story short, they did. And what makes Joey special, I wanted to put a little parlay in for this guy today because he made me hit. And he said, nope, I do this for everybody. So he does it for free, and he makes money for everybody, including us on the panel. So thank you, Joey, and you're the best.
Thanks, Joey.
No
Back
problem.
to the game. Carson, I'm telling you.
Let's go.
Whoever wins this game today, the Lions or the Buccaneers, that 49ers secondary got exposed yesterday. And both of these teams, the Lions especially, they also have a nice offensive line. I think either one of these two teams that win today have a realistic chance of beating the 49ers next week. And I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen. So, but yeah, hats off to the Ravens. They're going to be tough to beat. And 49ers, and we'll see who faces the Ravens and 49ers today. So I'm looking forward to two good games.
Get into a couple comments, guys. Jody Moncrief saying Love is not a franchise quarterback. No elite quarterback would make that throw. Kurt saying, boys, let's go Lions and Bills today. Legacy game. McDermott loses. He's gone. Lions and Bills today. Let's go. Jody's saying Josh Allen better prove that he's worth $40 million today. Jody's also saying bingo, running game wins. Kurt's also saying yesterday, St. John's, tough loss, but come tournament time, dangerous. And then he's also saying, here's my thoughts, just shows the pass first teams don't win. Texans offense got shut out. Their OC interviewing for head coaching jobs. No thanks. So that is Kurt and Jody chiming in on this morning. Thanks for joining us, guys.
These two guys share the same. They must share the same brain because they really have the same thoughts. I swear.
Yeah, I want to comment on Jody Moncrief's comment. Jody, did you watch the game? Love looked like the real deal.
Yeah, Love is legit. Yeah.
Hey, except for that bad throw, you know what? Everybody makes bad throws. You got to get that out of their habit. But that guy could play the game. With that offensive line.
I'm going to say one thing. Yeah, just say one thing real quick, and then I know you guys got to get into the games. Jordan Love beat Dallas in Dallas.
Yep.
Up and down the field. Monsoon yesterday. It was raining harder than people think in San Francisco all day long, and he looked pretty good except for that one or two errant throws. Almost 2-0 against the top two teams in the NFC. Almost don't count, but he came pretty damn close, and he's 1-1 in the playoffs as his first year as a starter.
Yeah, in his first two ever playoff games, Kenny. Those are his first two ever playoff games. I mean, what a juggernaut to go through your first two playoff games at Dallas, and then he almost beat at San Fran in the rain. So to start your playoff career with those two teams, I mean, that's big time. I think the Packers are happy Love's their quarterback.
I do too.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun division next year.
Yeah. I just can't believe the Packers have just drafted unbelievable quarterbacks, Favre, Rodgers, and now this Love kid showing promise. So
you're talking 45 years. You're going to talk about it's going to be for 4 years. The Packers are going to have a top quarterback for 4 years.
Yeah,
and you know what, guys, it's going to turn back into the black and blue division. Eric, going to be good division going down the road. Carson, you want to get into some basketball games, or you want to continue to chat about?
Sure, yeah, we can do basketball. Jody says one final thought. He says Love has more playoff wins than Justin Herbert does, and Herbert got a crazy contract this offseason. So there you go, Jody. So crazy. But yeah, we'll go to Kenny. He's got a couple basketball games, and then we'll obviously do our two NFL games today.
All right, let me answer.
Yeah, Joey, I did a couple basketball games for us.
All right, let me answer Jody's. Yeah, just remember Herbert had Christopher as his coach in college, Anthony Lynn, and the professor over there they just got rid of. So let's get him with a real coach. He did throw for a couple yards, so we'll see. I'm still behind Herbert. Go ahead.
All right, well, I got a couple games. The first one started at noon, so I was going to skip Michigan State, Maryland for a second. Wait, I might get it. going to give you a live line because the game just started. Live line, Michigan State at Maryland, Carson. Michigan State is live -1. They're up 9-8 right now. You got to play in this.
Joey and I were talking about this game before the air. I have such mixed emotions with this game. The Spartans have yet to win on the road yet this season. I was shocked to see that they were a -1.5 point favorite, especially on the road. Maryland's got some great guards as well who can shoot the ball. Tom Izzo, he's got to put together a resume to make his case to make the tournament. It's just been a disappointing season. I'm playing the interesting game here. My money's on Maryland money line, but I would not be surprised if State were to win this game as well. So that's one of those things that I learned from Joey Clams is if you're going to bet on your team that you root for, you can almost do a 2-for-1. And the question becomes, how much are you willing to pay to see your team win a basketball game? So you bet your opposite of whoever they're facing against, where if you lose, your money's good. But if your team wins, you're happy your team wins, but your money's gone. So it's kind of what game do you want to play? So I'll take Maryland money line, though, outright.
Joey, I'm going to go next because I'm on Michigan State, and I made a little play in this one. Michigan State, St. John's burned me yesterday. Same thing. St. John's was at home. They were a pick-em, 1 point underdog, 1 point favorite. The line kept flipping. Michigan State hasn't won a game on the road, so I'm just going to go with they're due. They're due to win a game on the road, and only a 1 point favorite here, so I took Michigan State here. Both teams are 11-7 and 3-4 in their conference. I think Michigan State's got the better roster, so I'm going to go with Michigan State Spartans in this one. Joey, break the tie. Who are you going with here?
This is a play for me. I'm on Maryland on the money line or +1.5 whenever it opened up. But right now, if you want to take Maryland, take them on the money line. Give me the home team with the better guard play. That's a play for me, Maryland.
Okay, and like I said, the live line right now is Michigan State -1.
Yeah.
I got two more for you, Joey, and I know you guys got some too. These are games that I liked and I played today. Got more Big Ten action, Carson. I got Rutgers heading to Illinois. Rutgers 2-4 in conference play, 10-7 record. Illinois ranked in the top 20. 4-2 in conference, 13-4 overall. We got Illinois laying 11.5 in this one.
Yeah, I think for the show, I'll just go with the
1 p.m. start.
Rutgers with the points. Again, Illinois is a good team at home. 11.5, though. Again, a conference game with 11.5 is just hard for me to lay the points with. So I'll take Coach Breslin's Rutgers with the points.
I'm with you, Carson. I'm going to take Rutgers with the 11.5. I think they're a better team than their record shows. And I think they're going to keep this one close and cover this 11.5. And Illinois will escape with like a 6 or 7 point win, maybe closer to 8 or 9 when it's all said and done. But 11.5 too much for me. I'm going to take Rutgers. How about you, Joe?
No, I got no play, no opinion on this game. I didn't even look at it. The only game I had today in basketball was Maryland.
Okay, so I got one more that I truly loved tonight. I've been high on this team the last couple of weeks. Pac-12 action. Oregon heading to Utah, 3 p.m. start, Carson. Oregon, 5-1 in the conference, 13-4 overall. Utah, 4-3 in conference play, 13-5 overall. But very tough at home. One loss only to Houston at home this year. Utah laying 6 in this one, Carson.
Yeah, I'll go with the Utes here in this one. They blew out Oregon State by, I think, like 20, 30 points a couple days ago. I think they got momentum. I'll go with the Utah Utes, -6.5.
Yeah, you stole the words, Carson, momentum. And I'm high on this team. And I told Kurt today, I said, this could be a dangerous team headed into tournament play, in a month. I'm going to take the Utes as well. I'm going to lay to 6 and hope for another big win out of the Utah Utes. No play, right, Joe?
No play.
Okay, NBA action. I got 2 games, guys, and then we'll get into the football. Miami Heat traveling to interstate rival Orlando Magic. The Heat are laying 1 in this one, Carson. Got a play in this?
I'll go with the Magic. I think their team has finally turned the corner. They got a winning record this season. You know, I'm a big fan of Jalen Suggs. I love Franz Wagner. I think this Magic team's young. I think they're ready to go. So I'll take the 1.5 with them at home.
Yeah, I'm with you, Carson. I'm going to take the Magic. I enjoy watching this team. They played the Knicks a few days ago. Boncaro and, like you said,
Yeah.
Suggs and Wagner. Fun young team to watch, and I'm going to take them at home with against the Heat. Joe, you want to pick one in this?
I'm just going to give you what I heard about this game this morning was that somebody was talking about the Heat lost 2 in a row. After 2 losses in a row, they usually bounce back. But you got to watch the injury report for the Heat. There's a couple of guys banged up. There's going to be game time decisions. That's the problem with betting with the NBA. You got to wait up until game time. So there's no play for me. Absolutely not.
Good point.
Giving you some info what I heard what's going on. So.
Thanks, Joe. I got one more for us, Carson.
Yeah.
It's a late night one, so if you want to play something late night with the football game, you got something here. Indiana Pacers traveling to the Phoenix Suns. I have the Suns laying 5.5 in this one, Carson.
I'm going to go with the Pacers. Again, you got to watch out because game time decision. Look at the injury report. Tyrese Halliburton, obviously, he's their franchise point guard. Dark horse for the MVP this year. He's just been absolutely insane. 23 points, 13 assists a game is just unheard of. 50% from the field. They just traded for Pascal Siakam a couple days ago. That was a big move from them. So I'm going to go with the Pacers here at the points.
Again, I'm with you. You just hit the nail on the head again with the Pascal Siakam. I mean, Pacers are going for, they're trying to get put on the map here, and he's an underrated player for sure. And getting 5.5, I think, from the Suns, I think they're a little overrated. And, who's going to play? Is Booker going to play? Is Durant going to play? Is Beal going to play? Them three haven't played a game together all year. So they're always got different lineups in there. I think getting 5.5 from the Pacers, a hot young team, I think is a steal here. So I'm going to take the Pacers on the road. Joe, you got a play or some info?
What's the total in this? Because I heard something about the total in this.
Yeah, let me get that for you. Just give me a second.
Okay.
I'll get it for Joey.
Games in the 240s, maybe.
248.
Yeah, they went over 246.5 in this game. That line went up about 1.5 since this morning. They played over in there. Sharp money went on the over.
Gotcha.
Yeah. If anybody.
Any other? Gotcha. Sorry, Joe. Any other plays, Joe? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Don't want to I don't want to give any like you said before, people are following if they're I don't want to just give out a game if I didn't look at it. You guys listen. You guys got more of an advantage over me if you were looking at those games. I don't want to give anything out if I didn't hear nothing. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, no, these were ones that I was interested in, and these are the ones some that I played. So I definitely like to hear your input.
Yeah, if I hear
Carson, you got anything else basketball?
I think that's it for me mostly. There's a game. Where am I looking at? Memphis and Tulane, 1:00. I love this Memphis team. They're top 10 in the country. They're -3.5 at Tulane. Tulane's a good team. I just think there's just more talent on the Memphis roster. So Memphis -3.5. I like a lot too.
Oh, they're dragging you in. They're dragging you into that trap.
There we go.
You good, Kenny, for basketball?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for letting me do some basketball there. Like, we're definitely going to be hot in a couple of weeks, college basketball. And, with March Madness coming soon and NFL running out. So,
for sure.
Nice to transition into there for sure.
Cool. But, yeah, we'll get to the main event. We got a couple NFL games for you guys today.
Got some props, too.
Yeah, I got some player props. Joey, you want to just say? I don't think you sent them to me. Oh, you got okay. So Joey sent me a couple. He's got we'll do the Bills. The Bucks Lions game first. 3:00 NBC. Bucks are a 6-point underdog in this game. The over under is 49.5, and I think I'm gonna have to go with my Lions -6. Again, this is such an interesting spot here for the Bucs. How is Baker Mayfield going to show up and adjust in this environment? We won this game earlier in the season, 20-6, and that was without three of our best players. We didn't have David Montgomery in this game. We didn't have Jahmyr Gibbs. We didn't have Jonah Jackson, which is one of our tackles, and we didn't have C.J. Gardner-Johnson. All four of those guys are back and healthy in this game. So that's a big part as well. And our secondary is very suspicious. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, you might want to look at their over-unders for receiving props in this game because we have given up, I think, 350 passing yards to the opposing quarterback the last 3 out of the last 4 weeks. So that's something to look at as well. I'm going to go with the Lions here, -6 in this game. Kenny.
Carson, and I'm not saying this because you got your Lions jersey on. I'm not saying this because you won your first playoff game since you can remember. You went with your grandmother last week. I'm not saying this because of that. I'm saying this because I truly believe this is going to be your blowout win today. Blowout meaning double digits. You got a Lions team that beat, had all the pressure on them last week. They had to face first home game in what, 32 years?
Yeah.
Playoffs. They got their first victory, and they had to face the evil stepchild, Matthew Stafford, right? They had Matthew Stafford, the big bully, was coming back in. Big brother was coming back in. All the pressure on the Lions. They got it done. It don't matter how they got it done. They got it done. And Buccaneers faced an Eagles team, in my opinion, and I picked the Buccaneers. I might, last week I had the Bucs, an Eagles team that quit months ago on their coach and their teammates and their fans, a team that did not want to be there. You saw that. Buccaneers took advantage of that, but Baker Mayfield played perfect. You're not going to get that today, in my opinion. And also, most important thing I'm going to say is one less day of rest for the Buccaneers. Now, Baker Mayfield, he's still a little banged up. That's going to be a difference. Lions big in this one. My best bet, latest 6.
Nice. Joey.
Yeah, let me tell you something. That was great last week for the Lion fans, especially for you and your grandmother going to the game. That's one of that commercial. What is it called? It's priceless, or whatever it is. Grandma's at the bar, told the barkeep, give me a Miller High Life and and a shot of John Daniels Bullseye style. And what are you talking about, John Daniels? You mean Jack? She goes, if you know him as long as I do, you call him John. No filter Chesterfield. They did a shot to Duke Wayne style. This game was, when I went back and watched a little tape last night they played some highlights, and they had Hutchinson rushing through in the middle, right through the middle on Baker Mayfield, where he didn't have time to look or step up in the pocket. If they could do that today, I think the Lions are going to win the game. I don't know if they're going to be able to cover. You worry about the secondary, and you worry about Coach Campbell coming into the kitchen throwing stuff in the pot that he's not supposed to. But, they're not going to be able to run the ball, Tampa Bay. So I got a prop here, and this goes to the guys from the Broncos Roundtable. Those guys are great. Had me on the other night. Trevor and Keith, a.k.a. The Beard. Under White, the running back for Tampa Bay, under his rushing yards, 53.5, I think it is now. Yeah. But over his receiving yards, 22.5 or 23.5. Go over that. And the tight end for the Buccaneers, I think his name is Oten, right? Is that it? Kate Otten. Yeah, go over his receptions and his yards, because he's going to be Baker Mayfield's going to get rid of the ball really quick. And your tight end, Carson, over his receiving yards and over his receptions.
Laporto, yep.
Yeah, Laporto. And I took Tampa. This is a numbers game. This is all about the number. I took the Buccaneers +7. And last night, this game went down to 5.5. And right away, they laid 5.5 and went back to 6. So you're going to see 6 right now is the solid number. If you want to wait, if you want Lions, wait. till tip off. See if you get it down to 5.5. And if you like the Bucks, I don't think this line's going to go up. I think it's going to stay where it is. So I took line Bucks +7, and I think the Lions are going to win the game. But with the line right now at 6, I'd take 7 with the Bucks, and if I had, I would lay 6 with the Lions, but I wouldn't. I would take the 7 with the Bucks.
Nice.
Joey, and I got it written down. Kate Otten over. That was my pick. And I also got him for an anytime touchdown. And then for Carson, I got Sam Laporta, and I got Jamison Williams as anytime scoring touchdowns today.
Nice. Love it. So, yeah, that's the first one, guys. I'm hoping I can be in a happy mood next time I see you guys. But we got the Chiefs and Bills. This is tonight. The Bills are a -2.5 point favorite at home. This is Pat Mahomes' first road playoff game in this one as well. I'm going to go with the Chiefs here plus the 2.5. Again, it's just so hard for me to pick against Mahomes and Andy Reid and Kelsey when they're the underdog. So just for that reason alone, plus 2.5. You know, Josh Allen and McDermott, like Kurt was saying earlier in the chat, he's got to win this game to keep his job, in my opinion. They haven't gotten to the AFC title game yet with this regime. So I think I'm going to go with the Chiefs here. Pat Mahomes is Pat Mahomes in the playoffs. Kenny.
Joey, you can attack me if you'd like, but just like a line flips, I'm flipping. I was all over the Chiefs yesterday, but I've been watching this line flip from 3 to 2.5 to 3, back and forth. Right now, it's again at 2.5, but an hour ago, it was at 3 on DraftKings. I don't think the Chiefs are still – the Chiefs got lucky, meaning what I mean by lucky is they got to play in -9 degrees against the Dolphin team that belonged in South Beach. Struggled most of the second half of the year, and we all saw what happened last week to the Eagles, who have not been right. Just don't think this Chiefs team is right this year, and they're going to be in a hostile environment. I think the Bills make a couple plays. They're going to run the ball. James Cook is take his over in rushing yards. Anytime touchdown score for me is going to be Dawson Knox at almost 5-1, and I think the Bills get it done, and they head to Baltimore for the AFC Championship. I'm flipping, Joe.
Nice. Joey, go for it.
Yeah, like Kenny said, this line's going to be going back and forth. As soon as it hits 3, they gobble up the 3. The sharp people, that's they do. They wait for that 3, and they're going to grab it. And now it's back to 2.5. And some places got it -110. Some people got Buffalo -118, laying the 2.5. And as soon as it gets to 3, Chiefs are -115 plus the 3. So this is a number that the bookmakers don't like. And I don't want to hear, this is Patrick Mahomes' first road game. Patrick Mahomes is fine. If you want to make it a case for anything, it's the offensive line of the Chiefs, which is okay. It's an average offensive line. That's what you worry about traveling on the road, is the offensive line. Pat Mahomes is good. He's the best quarterback of football, hands down. He's been to 3 Super Bowls. He won 2 of them. You know, don't worry, Pat's fine. It's the offensive line. Of course, the noise crowd, absolutely. They're going to be going crazy up there. The Bills, I'm not going to say that other word after what they call themselves. That's a bad word. So the Bills fans up there, it's going to be hard for the Chiefs with that offensive line, but he's going to make some plays. Pat's going to make some plays. That they got a new green dot today for Buffalo, calling the singles on that defense. They're banged up there. They're banged up in the defense, and what their linebackers and their safeties. They're getting Douglas back, which is a plus, but I think Mahomes is going to be able to make some plays down the field. He's going to be able to get Kelsey in the game. Kelsey doesn't look right. He's he's long in the tooth. You can see once you start dropping balls, that means your legs are going. That you're starting to sink like you're in quicksand. So you can see that starting to happen to him. The wide receiver Carson on the Buffalo Bills. What's his name?
Gabe Davis. He's not playing, I don't think.
The other guy that's playing.
Diggs.
Khalil Shakir.
Shakir. Oh. They're gonna double Diggs. he's going to have a big day. Go over receptions, go over yards with him, and get him for an anytime touchdown.
Yeah, I like that.
You like him. Yeah, that's what you see on there. But in this game, I mean, Andy Reid, they lost to Buffalo last time. I think when you beat him once, I think he prepared it good for the second time. I'll take Reid and Mahomes with that solid defense for Kansas City. You know, I'm worried about the offensive line for Kansas City, but I'll take with the points. Give me Reid and Mahomes plus points in a playoff game. I'm taking the Chiefs here. Oh.
Nice.
Carson, Joe, I'm going to give you a couple anytime scores that I got. I wrote down Shakir, Joe. I did not have that.
We're on the under in this game. This is a play for me.
Okay.
Under.
Couple pizza money. I got a couple pizza money anytime touchdowns, Joe. Shakir, I added for you. Justin Watson, because I'm agree with you on Kelsey. He's not the same Kelsey, so you go with their backup tight end plus 475. Justin Watson, anytime touchdown scorer. And then for the Bills, Dawson Knox plus 450. And then watch out for Marcus Valdez-Scantling. If they decide to throw the ball deep, take a shot. Valdez-Scantling, Carson, Joey, plus 7 to 1 odds, 700 plus 700 on the money line for an anytime touchdown score. You may see them take a deep shot for Scantling in this game.
I just want to get this out there quick because we're on the under in this game, 46 for the people that want to play the total. Under 46 in this game.
You also got over 27.5 Mahomes rushing yards, Joey.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, over the 27.5 Mahomes rushing. I think you're laying 120 on it. It's starting to get juiced up. So once it starts to get to 120, then 1.25, it's going to go to 28.5. So if you want to get over Mahomes rushing yards, because he's going to have to make some plays, and because his only receiver that he can count on is Rice. So Mahomes is going to be making some plays today. He's going to be running the ball. Go over Patty Mahomes rushing yards.
Joey, quick question from me. So I'm on DraftKings. I got it at 45.5. Should I wait, or is it going to go down even more, you think, in your opinion?
45.5 is the right number right now. I'd go.
Okay.
I still go on to 45.5.
Okay.
If you want to buy up to half just to stay on that solid number in case it lands 46,
sure.
That's yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
Nice. All right, guys, that is all the coverage we got today for the Sunday slate, January 21st. We got basically the Final Four will be set after today. Good luck to you guys' teams. And Kenny, any final thoughts?
I'm just going to, obviously wish you the best of luck once again. I'm sure we'll be commenting in the chat a little later, in our little group chat. But enjoy your game. It's a special run you guys are having. Enjoy it because there's nothing like it. So I'm getting chills just thinking about it. But yeah, good luck to you and good luck to all the fans out there. Good luck to everybody's teams out there who's still alive.
Joey, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I need the Lions defense to shut down the run game on White.
Yeah.
And you know what? Good. Listen, you know what? I don't want to I want your team to win. I don't want to I want to wish you good luck and everything, but I don't want to jinx anything. Listen, good luck to the Lions. I think they'll win the game. I think Tampa Bay is going to keep it close, but it depends on what Baker Mayfield you get.
Yeah,
good Baker, bad. And if the Lions do what they did the last time, have Hutchinson run up the middle so he can't step up because he's a short guy. You know what? There's not a place for small guys behind the big guys in football. So it's gonna be hard. It's be hard, and good luck to everybody. And check those props. And if you see the juice on the prop, like the Mahomes, it's up to. Sometimes the juice goes up to 140. Don't let that scare you. That means they're afraid to go to. The next step is to move that line. So jump on it. Don't be afraid to lay the juice if you have to in a prop.
Nice. All right, guys, going to wrap it up for the show today. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Shout out again to Kenny for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one, guys.
Kenny, you going straight bet on the Bills? You're going to put a nice size on the Bills and watch the game on a straight bet? You going to have a straight?
Yeah, I might.
Go money.
No, my straight bet's on Detroit, baby. Let's go.
Nice.
But if you like Buffalo, stay away from the points in this game. This game, especially with the special teams, you see how special teams are, guys. If you like Buffalo,
Yeah.
go money line. If
Yep.
you Chiefs, take the trip.